I gotta talk about this. The story is a little bizarre. So, like, I just delivered to earlier in the night. I delivered to a customer who my manager told me was kind of a handful. Right? We have a policy about how we're not supposed to carry more than $20 worth of cash, worth of change on us. It's a safety issue. I mean, do you know how many delivery drivers are mugged each year? I don't, but I guarantee you it's a high number, and I do not want to be one of them. And so any pizza company worth their salt will tell everybody that you have to keep your change at the store, never carry more than 20. But this lady needed $30 in change. It was like a $70 order. She only had a $100 bill. I don't know why my manager didn't just cancel the order, honestly, but I guess she just kind of like... She's one of those, like, tiny women who are, like, forces of personality, right? And she's talking about how, like, oh, this is for my daughter. She gets anything she wants. You know, I'm Mama Bear. And so I brought her order out to her. I made her change in front of her. She gave me a $5 tip. She was very nice to me, even though my manager said that she was kind of a cranky old nag on the phone. She was very nice to me, gave me a $5 tip. She said, you know, I'd give you more, but times are hard. I said, yep, they sure fucking are. I didn't curse at her. She's a nice lady. I saw her little daughter. She's like 6 years old, cute curly red hair. Cute kid comes out and she's, pizza, the wings here, and you know, oh, cute kid. All right. I can say that without feeling weird now because I have a daughter. Anyways, so I go back to the store, and my manager tells me I've got to turn my ass back around and go back out there because they ordered 2 sets of wings. One was supposed to be unsauced, and the other was supposed to be sauced. They were both sauced, and my manager, he was getting a real attitude with her, saying, no, they're not both sauced. I did it myself. I know what happened, but he insisted that... She insisted they send a new one out, and he says, fine, I'll send out new wings, but you gotta give me back the old ones. So I get to the house with the wings in hand, and the lady, she's waiting out there for me, and she has like an attitude, not with me specifically. She even says so much. She's like, are you the same driver from before? I'm like, yeah, it was me. She says, good, I specifically asked for you. And I'm like, all right, well, listen, I've got the wings. I'm sorry this all happened. She says, no, hang on. She pulls out her phone and she shows me a picture of both of the wings. They both got sauces. She's like, what does this look like? It has buffalo, ma'am. Yes, and what is this one? That one also has buffalo sauce on it. She says, yeah, your manager, he was a real dick, okay? And I said, man, he told me to, you know, he told me to apologize to you, but for being, if he was being rude to you. And she says, no, he was a dick. And I said, well, he did tell me to apologize. He did. I wasn't making that up. I just forgot to mention that earlier because it's a stream of consciousness, because what happens next was really fucking weird. So I try and hand it to her, and she, like, doesn't even look at the thing I'm trying to hand. She's, like, eyes locked on me. And she's like, these wings are not for me. These are for my daughter. And she is so upset right now because she didn't get her wings. She loves her wings, and you guys put sauce all over them. I'm like, yep, I know, I'm sorry, which is why we brought you new ones. You don't even have to give the old ones back. If anyone else in your family likes buffalo wings, keep them. And she doesn't even look at the wings again. And she says, just, you know, that little girl in there, she's so sad. I'm like, yes, I understand, and I hope these wings will make it better. I did this myself, and, like, I kind of shake the box, you know, to get her attention. Like the way I would shake treats for a dog, you know. And I'm like, yes, I did this myself. There is no sauce. And she says, well, there better be barbecue sauce. I'm like, yep, there is dipping sauce. Right next to the wings, there is no buffalo sauce on it. Would you like to double check? And she says, I believe you. I'm like, well, would you like to double check anyway? So she opens it up, looks at it, and she says, okay, listen, I just need a favor from you. I'm like, okay, yeah, what do you need? And she says, I would like you to give her the wings yourself. And I'm looking at the front door, and I'm like, do you want me to, like, go inside? She says, no, I'll go get her. So she opens up the door, and she calls for her daughter, and there's, like, no answer. She calls for her daughter again louder, and there's still no answer. And I'm thinking to myself, is this little girl, like, in a deep state of depression because we messed up her wings. Why isn't she coming? Why is this a big deal that I personally have to give this to her? Like, I'm just a pizza guy. I'm not a fucking Disney character. I'm not a Disney mascot. We don't need to have a meet and greet. Like, she's a cute kid. Sure, you're her mom, though. She likes you better. You can give her the wings. But it was just so weird. I'm standing out there and she's like, hang on, I'll go get her. She like goes into her house and like escorts her daughter to the front door and she's, look who's here. And she's like, oh my God, is that the pizza guy? I'm like, yeah, it's me. I am the pizza guy. And she's like, you have my wings? I'm like, I sure do. Here you go, little ma'am. I double checked, made sure they're all ready for you. She's, oh, thank you. I'm like, yep. Got it. And I go back to my car. I wasted so much time. I was standing for like 10 minutes outside that lady's house because I don't know. She just kind of struck me as someone you don't want to get mad. It was so bizarre that I specifically had to go and give it to the girl herself. I have never had to do this. I have been delivering for like 10 years. Just about 10 years. It's insane.